Hi Virgos, this is your May 2014 horoscope for everyone who has their ascendant sun or moon in Virgo. And please make sure you check at least your ascendant sign prediction, because it's usually the most relevant and specific one if you know your time of birth, of course. And you can find out your ascendant sign at my birth chart calculator at astrolada.com. So what does May hold for you after the eclipses in April and the grand crosses? The situation is starting to untangle, is starting to ease off, starting to, to smooth out itself. So after the shakeup of April, things are getting better and more easy right now. So what is happening? Let's see. Well, first of all, the sun will be in your 9th house, so it always brings more optimism to the person, especially till the 20th, 21st of May. And it means the 9th house is the house of the higher mind, of your ability to see the situation from a higher point and somehow for it to make sense, even if you're in a very complex situation, even if you're in a very tight spot. When the sun goes into the 9th house, it's like your divine mind sees the meaning behind it and sees how the picture and the puzzle fit together. So you might have a little bit of a idea, or maybe some advice can come to you from an authority figure or a wise person that brings you a bit of understanding of why you're in this situation and what is the next thing to do, and helps you plan ahead a bit better. Oh, all those planes. Sorry about that. Particularly, if some of you, it opens up the mind. If you're in higher education as well, it can be very positive period for taking exams, for instance, because the sun energizes the 9th house of the higher mind as well, and it puts in a bit more spiritual, optimistic, and open-minded sense of the mind, and at the same time, Mercury is in your 10th house of career. And Mercury is the manager, the organizer. So it can be a very productive time for you to better manage your work, for instance. Mercury is the planet of communication. So you have some important communications or presentations to do in regards to projects, business projects, or your work. This is a great time in May to do it. Maybe some of you will be put in such a situation where they have to be more vocal, where they have to use their mind and their alertness of the mind and their wit to advance their social status. You have a chance to kind of stabilize and to improve on your social status and social image in your career. And also you can have better communications with authority figures during this period and put your work more in order, so to speak. Or those of you even who've been looking for a job, Mercury has a triggering effect on finding a job, because Mercury, together with Jupiter, is one of the planets which can which can bring new opportunities in life. All right, what else? The most important thing this month is that that Mars is starting to move forwards. Mars is in your 2nd house of finances, so maybe it complicated the financial situations for a lot of you. Maybe a lot of you had spendings that are quite big, in the recent months. Maybe they were planning for something, investing in something, or expenses came to you that you had to deal with. And now, when Mars starts moving forward from towards the end of May, your financial situation starts to improve. And maybe there will be like a little last crisis again before it starts improving, but it starts moving forwards at least. And at the same time, Venus is in another of your financial houses, in the 8th house. So you might receive even support from someone on the outside with resources, with help, which helps your financial situation as well. Or your partner as well can be helpful in regards to resources. And your financial situation starts to improve. Or you can even rely on some support that you did not work for, or money that you can borrow from someone that can improve the financial situation as well. And things start to take better shape there in regards to your material affairs. At the same time, Jupiter will send a trine aspect to Saturn, which is a very rare transit. It will happen again in 2026, as far as I remember, quite ahead into the future, 2023. And when this happens, basically it's towards the end of May. And Jupiter is in your 11th house, which is again a financial house of the money that you've worked for, something that money that you've worked hard for. So there is again stabilizing a financial situation, another indication there. And Jupiter is sending a positive aspect to your 3rd house where Saturn is. And so there can be some also social connections that you make and people that you meet right now that help you stabilize the situation. Also some friends or benefactors or well-wishers can help untangle a certain situation in your life, and they can strengthen not only a financial situation, but it can be any kind of complex situation. And 3rd house also rules siblings and neighbors and co-workers and people who are basically you cooperate with and work it in a team with. And if you are having such projects with such people, if you're involved with others that you work on a project, these projects can start flourishing now, can start moving forward, can stabilize a lot. So basically, cooperate with others this month, especially towards the end of the month, because your efforts will start giving very good results. Or if you work in a field which is communication related, because 3rd house rules communications, whether it's information, whether it's administrative work, whether it's sending emails, media, marketing, advertising, whether it's teaching as well, anything which you, or journalism, a lot of the careers nowadays, the 3rd house careers, using the mind and using communications and client-based as well. There is like strengthening of this strengthening of these positions in your life right now, strengthening of this career. Maybe such project that you've been working on in communications or information is starting to give good results for you right now because of this wonderful trine aspect, and you can receive support from others as well, from friends or good wishers, or any kind of such projects that you've been working on can start paying off financially as well right now, or you can gain some acknowledgement for such kind of projects or for such kind of work that you've been doing, communication, information, media, if you remember, I mentioned them all. So it's, quite positive in a lot of regards. And lastly, I want to mention those of you who only have their ascendant from 14 till 21, 22 degrees in Virgo. Only those with the ascendant, not moon or sun, 14 till 21, 22 degrees, plus minus a degree or two, you're having Jupiter transit to your 7th house, which means that, to your 7th house aspect, which means that relationships are very possible and very positive for you to happen. If you're single, you can meet someone right now. If you are married, you can improve your marriage. Your partner can make you happy in some way. They can be strengthening of your relationships in a powerful way and in a positive way. So thank you very much, Virgos, and I will see you next month.